Welcome back to Umineko. It was rare for Kinzo to leave his study. However, the fact that he had didn't mean his noble research had been suspended. He may have left the study because of a change in mood. That didn't mean the thoughts filling his head were any different from those he had while inside the study. Kanon knew that no matter what the time, speaking to Kinzo when he didn't want to be spoken to would always disturb his research.
天気が重いな。崩れるのか。
はい。天気予報ではいつ雨があってもおかしくないと。傘をお持ちいたしましょうか。
それには及ばん。しばらく私を放っておくがいい。息子たちに聞かれても所在は知らぬと言っておけ。私は自らの思考を巡る旅で忙しい。
かしこまりました。それでは失礼いたします。
Before Kanon finished bowing, Kinzo had already returned to his own world, having forgotten Kanon's presence completely. Once again, he began rambling to himself. Amidst those words, the name of that witch popped up many times.
Oh, Beatrice. お前の微笑みに手が届かぬ。どうすれば蘇るのか。どうすれば再び微笑んでくれるのか。何が足りぬ。研究か、資料か、触媒か。
Well, if his wavelength is low, like everyone else's, or like like Battlers and all them, then it would make sense why he's so desperate to see her again, because he can't see her because she can't show herself to him. At least in this form. That means if he saw her once, that means Battler will be able to see her.
それとも魔力か、運気か、神託か。
Or I guess Battler already has seen her, if we take that tea party scene to be canon and everything. Which I'm assuming it is. I don't see why they would have us watch it if it didn't happen.
Oh, Beatrice! どうすればお前の面影をもう一度見ることができるのだ。
As Kanon listened to his master's weeping voice with his back turned, he turned around just once. When he did, right behind his isolated old master, was the shadow of a person who shouldn't have been there. It was the witch. At once, thinking that the witch must be plotting to do Kinzo some harm, Kanon dashed back to Kinzo and tried to form a shield with his body. When he saw the expression on the witch's face, that emotion of his vanished. After all, Beatrice's expression was sorrowful, maybe pitying.
愚かな金蔵。わらわはここにいるというのに、見えぬのか。
Right behind Kinzo as he repeated the witch's name over and over, desiring to be reunited with her more than anything else, was the witch herself. Yet Kinzo didn't notice anything. When Beatrice tried to rest her hand on his shoulder, he didn't notice.
なぜだ。なぜベアトリーチェの微笑みに手が届かぬのか。月齢か。水星の周期か。惑星の配列か。何が足りぬのだ。何が。
Well, assuming she was behind all the murders, or the murders at least of Hideyoshi and Eva, I would think that at least, like, she should be able to at least interact with people, even if they have low wavelength or low compatibility to see her. But maybe that's just proof that those murders were not her doing.
無駄よ、金蔵。愛がなければ見えない。
By learning something new, would he be able to glimpse something he couldn't see now?
愛がなければ見えない。
He looked at Kinzo's back once more. The witch could no longer be seen there. We back at Battler & Co. maybe now? Does seem like a huge setting change, but maybe we're at like Jessica's school or something. The biggest fall event for the Yoshinomiya family was the family conference in October, but to Jessica, there was another major event that came before that, the school culture festival. Oh, there we go. Jessica liked school. To her, it was a place where she could let out the stress she'd built from the rigid lifestyle she was forced to lead at home. For today's cultural festival, she formed a group with her friends, and had announced that they'd perform some light music on a temporary stage. She had prepared and practiced for this over and over until today, always anxiously awaiting this day's arrival. But there was one thing that worried her. She looked at the clock. There was still a little time, but she felt uneasy. Did that person really come? After taking a single deep breath, her heart jumped when all her friends suddenly started speaking in shrill voices.
嘘マジすごくだ。リンの彼氏あれでド S ダメ。
It may not be like this for all girls, but at least at Jessica's school, the cultural festival was basically a boyfriend exhibition. Jessica didn't have a boyfriend. She had many friends of the opposite sex, but no special only one. But Jessica was a little famous around the school, and everyone thought it'd be natural for her to have a fitting partner. Furthermore, her pride that had led her to pretend that this was true. She'd somehow managed to keep them fooled until this year, but for various reasons she hadn't been able to escape this year's cultural festival.
ジェシー、彼氏来た？
いや、まだ来てねえみてえだぜ。仕事忙しいのかな。
で、せめて何系スーツとかお茶今素直に一緒にこの文化祭を涙で濡らそうよ。
いや、いる、本当にいるって。
Jessica's bitter smile was covered with cold sweat. It was starting to seem doubtful whether she had really deceived her sharp-witted friends.
はい。なら、彼氏さんの偽物を立てて連れて行くというのはどうでしょうか。
偽物？誰を？そんなのの心当たりねえぜ。
Shanlon's ridiculous plan surprised Jessica into hysterics. Even so, it was probably more realistic than the crazy methods running through her head about getting a boyfriend in the big rush before the cultural festival.
例えばですが、カノン君なんてどうでしょう。
カノン君？ダメ！ていうか、きっとカノン君文化祭の日は仕事迷惑かけちゃ悪いしさ。
もちろん予定表も確認済みです。カノン君はその日お休みになっています。
こんな時ばっかり容量がいいのな。じゃなくて、休みならもっと悪いぜ。 せっかくの休みを私の見栄のために引っ張り出せないよ。
カノン君は引っ張り出されないといっつも閉じこもってばかりいますので、無理に引っ張り回すくらいでちょうどいいかと思いますよ。
そうなの？いや、でもカノン君に悪い。
なら万策つきますね。おとなしく彼氏はいませんと白状なされてはいかがでしょうか。それは肩身の狭い思いをなされるでしょうが、卒業までの短くも長い間を耐え忍ばれるだけでございますし、愛し合う恋人同士にとって独り者のひがみ顔が何にも勝る甘い蜜なのです。
I feel like Beatrice is starting to rub off on her.
シャノン、私のために本気で悩んでないでしょ。おちょくってるでしょ。
Jessica wrestled about with Shannon, her eyes teary. Shannon was unfazed, laughing with her usual smile.
はい、私とジョージ様のことを茶化してばかりのお嬢様への仕返しです。
Listening to Shannon's comeback, the likes of which didn't happen even once a year, Jessica hugged her cushion and rolled around on her bed, pretending to faint in agony. She couldn't stand Shannon's smile, which looked so triumphant, but right now she was the only person Jessica could talk with. She could choke her to death with her cushion later.
いいじゃないですか、お嬢様。文化祭ではありますが、カノン君と一緒に遊びに行くチャンスですよ。
いや、それはいや。
Jessica buried her head in her favorite pillow to hide the fact that her face had grown bright red. She grumpily chewed the fingernails on her thumb. It really was a reaction to be appreciated. Shannon and Jessica were of about the same age, of the same sex, and friends. They were both right in the middle of puberty. They could never talk enough about love. That's why they could talk freely about these topics to each other. So Jessica had heard a lot about how Shannon and George's love was progressing. Shannon had heard a lot about what type Jessica liked, what kind of man she might be interested in. Judging by Jessica's reaction, it'd probably be rude for us to go into precisely what these things were. However, this story won't get anywhere if we just have Jessica rolling around forever, so let's dive in. Jessica had been thinking about Kanon ever since he'd shown up. It was extremely rare for young men to visit Rokenjima, so maybe it was natural for Jessica, a girl in puberty, to develop an interest in Kanon. But if anyone said that, it would destroy the romantic ideals of a maiden's pure heart and love at first sight. Shannon had been with Kanon a long time at the orphanage, so she'd known him since before they started working. So, Jessica had asked persistently about what his hobbies were, what his favorite food was, what type of girl he liked. Even to Shannon, it was clear that Jessica was infatuated with Kanon.
も
でもカノン君にだって好きな人とかいるかもしれないし、私なんかの見えっ張りに付き合わせたら気を悪くするぜ。
お嬢様のような素直、何でしたっけ？ジョージ様に習いました。そう、あと十数年かすると流行るんだそうですよ。
さすが未来のトレンドがわかるのかよ。すげえぜ。じゃなくてってことは、私ってタイプは時代がずれてるってことじゃねえかよ。もうダメだ。
Okay, that's a really, really weird exchange for something that takes place in the 80s. It doesn't make much sense. It took several days of wasted efforts, but in the end, Jessica agreed to the plan of having Kanon pretend to be her boyfriend.
はい、お嬢様。お呼びでしょうか。
Jessica regretted calling out at such a bad time. Canon always looked sullen, but he had some bad days and some better days. Fortunately, this reaction was the former.
と
All that confidence and effort she'd built up practicing in front of a mirror all night was wiped out in about 5 seconds. Jessica turned bright red and hung her head. When he saw that, Canon sighed. Jessica thought that he was exasperated with her, and her face went pale.
シャノンから聞いています。お嬢様の学校の文化祭へお供するようにというお話ですか。
シャノンナイスじゃなくて、そうなんだけど、その当日の予定はどうかな。
シャノンから当日は特にお嬢様にお仕えするよう厳命されております。僕は高校には行ったことがないので分かりませんが、何でも男性の付き人がいないと大変肩身が狭い場だとか、後宮本家令嬢が庶民に劣ることがあってはならないと特に厳命されております。
シャノンは後でぶっ殺す。
Jessica kept yelling with a strange voice and a broken smile, like a tea kettle filled with boiling water. Canon watched this. He sighed again. Canon wasn't an idiot either. Fully understood what Jessica intended by inviting him. But, to be honest, playing along with Jessica's love game seemed like it'd be nothing more than an annoyance to him. However, Shannon had asked him over and over. He was deeply indebted to her, so he couldn't refuse. That brooch was in his pocket. Could this strange turn of events have been brought about by the magic power residing in this brooch? Ridiculous. But he remembered what Shannon had said to him that day. Could Shannon see something that he couldn't? I don't understand Shannon's feelings. We are furniture. As if we could ever become anything more. It was a truly odd exchange between Jessica, who was still rambling on in a strange voice, and Canon, who sighed deeply.
ジェシー、人が来てるよ。
ごめん。誰？
As my friends all gathered together, they were looking this way with hard-to-describe expressions, whispering to each other in small voices that weren't small anymore. My attempt to play dumb felt pretty transparent, even to me. Did I really just say, "Sorry, who is it?" Like I don't know who just showed up? Ah, it's useless, it's useless. My mind's going blank.
ほんとマジ嘘。投資したジェシーの彼氏一緒だってほんと。いや遅かったじゃねえかよ。
昇降口がわからなかったもので遅くなって申し訳ございません。
いや、その格好も似合ってるぜ。
シャノンが普段着では良くないと言って先日一緒に買い物を。
I wonder. Oh, there we go. It does actually. Oh wait, no, it doesn't show them. It only shows him in his casual outfit. But she's not shown in her school uniform. And their descriptions aren't any different.
似合いませんでしたでしょうか。
そんなことないよ。シャノン、後で2階級特進。
なんだかここは女の人ばかりで居心地が悪いです。
だよな。さ、ここじゃなくてステージの方に行こうぜ。もうすぐ私たちの出番だからさ。さ。
Jessica seemed just as uncomfortable. It looked like being bathed in everyone's interested gazes was hard on her. When he saw Jessica's appearance, Canon thought he might have made things difficult for her by coming.
なんだか迷惑をおかけしているような気がします。お邪魔だったでしょうか。
そんなことないって。
僕がお邪魔でしたらいつでも言ってくだされば。僕はどうしていればいいでしょうか、お嬢様。
お嬢って呼ばせてるの？羊系来たこれ。ラメー！今日はお嬢様はラメー！
そうですか。わかりました、ジェシカ様。
しつけ済みの様付けだ！ごめんカノン君、3秒でいいから。
では詰まります。
By the time Canon opened his eyes, a horrible tragedy had occurred in the room. Everyone had been driven into the walls, their arms and legs outstretched. Jessica had slipped her brass knuckles back into her pocket before Canon's eyes opened. Jesus.
とにかくステージの方に行こう。私たちの出番はもうすぐだから、しばらく席で待っててよ。私たちは準備あるからさ。この先、突き当たりまで行けば仮設舞台があるからわかるぜ。そこで待ってて。
She pushed Canon's back, as he seemed to be having trouble moving himself, and chased him out. Even though Canon was confused by Jessica's attitude and her panicky state, which he'd never seen before, he followed her instructions and headed in the direction she had indicated. After seeing him off with an awkward smile, Jessica slammed the door shut and yelled loudly.
さあ、見たね？見たでしょ？満足した？ざまあねえぜ！
賭けに負けた。
絶対ジェシに彼氏なんかいないと思ってたのに。
彼氏じゃないんでしょ？使用人へのパワハラでしょ？ジェシの彼氏素敵だおー。
いやかましいぜ。ほらほら、準備。
Jessica took the brass knuckles out of her pocket again. Everyone energetically returned to their tasks. Canon went down the corridor Jessica had shown him and ran into a temporary stage setup where the vending machines should have been. It was probably being rented by the hour by some group or club. The ones singing were student groups, but the crowd was still incredibly excited. Disliking that clatter, he leaned against the wall in the darkness by himself. So this is what they call high school. Sure is noisy. That's what Canon thought. Then he remembered Jessica just now, acting in a way that he'd never seen before. Honestly, she was in such high spirits that alcohol might have been involved. Him, remaining composed and intellectual at all times, was the highest virtue. In that sense, it was very hard for Canon to get used to the atmosphere of a school cultural festival. He had a responsibility to report everything he saw and heard to the master. So he also had to report about how Jessica had acted without restraint earlier. At the very least, it was not fitting for the daughter of the Yoshinomiya head family. The master, Kraus-sama, especially Natsuhi-sama, will probably be angry. If I am to report it in a way that protects my lady, should I blame it on inappropriate school friends?
なんだよあれ、バカみたいだ。
Kenon thought back on how Jessica had acted earlier and sighed again. He could understand Natsuhi's headache a little now. Come to think of it, Natsui-sama, as the president of the PTA, was supposed to go to an informal gathering after attending the ceremony in the gymnasium. She said she would be able to see Milady's performance, didn't she? It's probably for the best.
人混みは気持ち悪いな。なんだってんだ一体。
Also, I want to see. Yeah, he's even got it in the stupid original portraits. Alright. Several female students keep glancing at me. Seems they're all whispering the same things Milady's school friends said, and it's truly unpleasant. Come to think of it, didn't Shannon warn me? If you walk alone at something like a school festival, you'd better watch out because lots of strange people will come and talk to you.
お一人ですか?
Just as expected, a group of girls I'd never met started talking to me. Their stares started to make my back tingle. Didn't she tell me some magic words that would chase them off in times like this?
すみません。連れがいますので。
そうですか。ごめんなさい。
Ah, it worked. Instant reaction. Well, that got rid of him, but it hasn't really changed the number of people staring at me.
違うよ。嘘。あの子が？信じらんないよね。かわいい。いいな。
There's no way I'll ever come to a place like this again. Canon sighed for about the zillionth time that day. When he did, the lighting changed and the standing audience started cheering. He looked around and realized that there was suddenly a large group of people there. Unlike earlier, they were mostly guys. This huge crowd, he couldn't even see the stage. Fortunately, there was a fallen beer case nearby, so he tried using that as a footstool. When he did, he realized that there was now a group on the stage. Their leader is Milady. She's changed into stage clothes, and she's even holding a guitar. I didn't know how she could play, or I didn't know she could play. Then again, maybe she can play. I've seen her practicing air guitar before. Natsui-sama wouldn't approve of any hobbies outside of study. Maybe she was always practicing in secret. Come to think of it, she's been returning really late from school recently, hasn't she? Maybe she's been practicing at school, far away from Natsui-sama's prying eyes. Really is for the best that Natsui-sama didn't come. If Milady were to get scolded by Natsui-sama after putting so many hours of practice in, she'd probably be dejected. I could hear Jessica-sama's forceful voice through the speakers. Jessie-sama? Maybe that's her nickname at school. Students in the audience kept calling out that name. A little offended by that crude name. It's inappropriate for Milady. Jessica-sama was in high spirits as they kept shouting Jessie-sama. Everyone here was probably a fan. Her mic performance picked up on that and electrified them even more. It was almost like a music program on TV. At first, he'd thought this was all silly, but that feeling had changed into appreciation. It was incredible in its own way. Kanon never listened to music of his own free will, but he'd often heard the kind of music the Yoshinomiya family liked. Since it was almost all classical, Kanon had naturally taken a liking to that kind of music. So to Kanon, the song Jessica sang was, how should you say it, extremely colorful. In any case, if Natsui-sama heard it, she'd probably faint. What is happening right now? But everyone looked like they were having a really good time. Some die-hard fans who had even brought pen lights sang along and danced crazily with the same movements, almost as though it had been planned ahead. On the stage, Jessica-sama also sang enthusiastically, dripping with sweat. Couldn't find a single element that was appropriate for a daughter of the Ushinomiya family, but it looked like so much fun.
ありがとう。じゃあ次は新曲いっちゃうよ。普通の魔法使いって言うな。
That song sounds really, really familiar, but I don't know where I've heard it before. But I know I've heard it before somewhere. It might be from this, and like I've just heard it played like elsewhere, or it might be a reference to something else that I'm like drawing a blank on right now. But it sounds super familiar. I must not go along with it, but at any rate, Milady is full of life and looks like she's having a great time. As I watched Milady enjoying herself, I thought, could this be Ushinomiya Jessica's true nature? Don't I know better than anyone that during her life on Rokkenjima, she's had no choice but to kill her sense of self? So the time she spends not as Milady, successor to the Ushinomiya family, but as a single girl called Jessica, living life to the fullest, must be very important to her. I've worked close to Milady, seeing her in all seasons, and thought I knew everything about her. That was all limited to one side of her, the Milady of Rokkenjima. We are furniture. We serve on Rokkenjima and end our lives on Rokkenjima. So I've come to think of Rokkenjima itself as our whole world. As though, like in Ptolemaic theory, the ocean spilled off the end of the world into abyss. And when I look at Milady like this, I can see how horribly narrow that outlook is. Still can't go along with the excitement of the crowd, but I feel like I can see something that cannot be seen on Rokkenjima. Not sure if this is the unseeable thing that Shannon was talking about. The ocean still doesn't look blue to me.
「今日はジェシカの学校の文化祭だったな。校長先生はお元気でおられたかね。」
ええ、お元気なようでした。そうそう、高宮議員もおいでになっておりました。あなたによろしくと特に言っておりましたよ。
相変わらずご多忙そうかね。
そのようでした。あの方も精力的な方です。そうそう、あと榎本会長もおいででしたっけ。
Naturally, the topic of Jessica's cultural festival came up at dinner. School events often became social gatherings for local volunteers. It was the same for the Yoshinomiya family, who were celebrities around here. Natsuhi remembered the name of one VIP after another at that social gathering, telling Kraus the news about them. Jessica didn't really have any interest in that discussion and rudely slurped her pumpkin soup.
お嬢様、あまりお行儀がよろしくないかと。
へいへい、そりゃあ悪かったぜ。
ジェシカ、そういう言葉遣いは改めるよういつも言っていますよ。
はい。
Jessica answered, discouraged. He saw that, Kraus smiled a little and paused his conversation with Natsuhi.
ジェシカの方はどうだったかね、文化祭は。
ああ、まあ、
見ていましたよ。よく頑張っていましたね。
Jessica's face turned bright red. She probably hadn't imagined that Natsuhi would actually come to see her on stage. She felt a mix of happiness and embarrassment. Actually, she hadn't really wanted her mother to watch, since she didn't want to be told that her music was inappropriate for the Yoshida-miya family. But it certainly didn't make her unhappy to hear her parents say she'd done a good job after watching her try her best.
ジェシカもなかなか落ち着きと貫禄が出てきましたね。生徒代表にふさわしい振る舞いでしたよ。
The smile that had been there until a second ago crumbled like sand. Jessica immediately realized that her mom was talking about something different. Jessica was also the school's student president. She had no interest in doing something so annoying, but her parents had been pushy, so she grudgingly accepted. Fortunately, she was popular at school, so she won the election easily. So Natsuhi was praising her for the student council sponsorship ceremony at the beginning of the cultural festival. Actually, she had just carried that out half-heartedly. After that, she immediately met up with her friends and held a stage rehearsal for the rest of the time.
人の上に立ち責任を背負うという経験は必ず将来役に立つ。後ろ宮家の人間としてきっとジェシカを成熟させてくれるだろう。
ただ、挨拶が少し早口でした。内容は及第点でしたが、早い口調はそれを薄れさせます。一呼吸置く癖をつけるといいでしょう。
After she finished eating, Jessica didn't feel like going straight to her room. Her room was basically the place her parents had ordered her to be, so perhaps for Jessica, instead of returning to her own room, being in an unknown location in this large mansion was a meager form of resistance. Jessica felt that even being in the mansion made it hard to breathe, so she went outside to the rose garden.
まあ、来たところでどうせ後ろ宮家の跡継ぎとしてふさわしくないとかなんとか言うんだろうぜ。ならこれでいいんじゃねえかよ。
Jessica laughed at what she was sulking over. She laughed at what kind of words she could possibly have been expecting. That was dumb of me. In the end, I was just acting like an entitled brat. I'm a little exasperated with myself, and it makes me want to laugh.
お嬢様。
カノン君か。驚かすなよ。
Just as she was about to force a laugh, Canon suddenly started talking to her and she choked.
何？なんかよ。
その。
Jessica's expression became the one she always wore when looking at Canon. The listless Jessica from a second ago was gone. If he had still only known Jessica as the eventual successor to the Yoshida-miya family, as he had until yesterday, he might have mistakenly thought that Jessica's mood had sprung back up to normal. But that wasn't right. He now knew a part of her that he couldn't have seen until yesterday. So he understood that there was no way Jessica actually felt the way she appeared.
いや、私の見栄に付き合ってくれてありがとうな。助かったぜ。
お歌、お上手でした。
そうかよ。照れるぜ。
But even though she had heard the words she most wanted to hear, Jessica acted shyly and couldn't accept them openly.
僕には歌は歌えません。楽器も小学校で習ったハーモニカとリコーダー笛しか知りません。だからお嬢様も同じだろうと決めつけていました。
At the time, Canon had never felt as though he'd been looking down on Jessica in this way. All the people he'd seen playing special instruments were on the other side of the bronze tubes in the TV. Or at least, he'd been under the impression that it'd be impossible for Jessica.
僕は家具だから歌を歌う必要も楽器を扱う必要もないと信じてきました。
But I'm not sure anymore.
カノン君、その家具だからって口癖、使用人の心得ってやつだろ。使用人は生きた家具であれってやつ。源氏さんがよく口にしてるもんな。
心得というわけでは本当に家具ですし。
福音の家の子たちがいろいろじいさまから援助をもらってるってのは知ってるし、それに恩義を感じてるのも知ってるよ。でもだからって家具なんて言い方はあんまりだぜ。私たちは同じ人間じゃないかよ。カノン君は私が歌ってるのを見てどう思った？
とても楽しそうに見えました。
それは多分違うぜ。
え？
楽しそうに見えたんじゃなくて羨ましかったんじゃない？
そんなことは。
Canon probably hadn't noticed that emotion himself. Most likely, Canon saw something he'd never seen before, learned about it for the first time, and felt envious. To trick himself out of that emotion, he called himself furniture over and over.
私は後ろ宮家の跡継ぎだかなんだかだそうで、まあいろいろな面倒がこれからもあると思う。それについては運のない星の下に生まれちまったと諦めるしかないさ。多分カノン君が福音の家で生活しなければならなかったのと同じに、私たち自身にはどうしようもない。生まれる星は選べなかった。
そうかもしれません。
ただ私とカノン君では大きく違うところが一点ある。わかる？
I am furniture and Milady is not. I was about to say that, but stopped.
わかりません。
カノン君は自らの運命が自分の全てだと思って諦めた。私はこんな運命じゃ納得できないから自分の思い切りを頑張ろうと思った。だから後ろ宮家のお嬢様をやらなければならない窮屈な自分と、自分の好きなことに精一杯な自分というもう一人を作った。
もう一人の自分。
カノン君は自分のことを家具だからと言い聞かせてきた。そう言い聞かせなきゃならない辛いことがきっとたくさんあったんだと思う。それについては本当に気の毒だと思う。でもそれだけでカノン君の人生を全て決めちゃうなんて、私はそんなの悲しいと思うんだよ。人はさ、自分の中に自分が本当に好きになれるもう一人の自分をいつでも作り出すことができるんだよ。現実逃避とかとは違うぜ。そのもう一人の自分でいるとき、私は最高に生きているって実感できる。だから普段の日常がどんなに窮屈で退屈でも、私はきっと窒息せずに生きていけるってわけ。
自分の中に自分が本当に好きになる作る。
Make another me, one that isn't furniture. Through her relationship with George-sama, has Shannon given birth to another self that isn't furniture? Did this other Shannon see something that cannot be seen by furniture?
私さ、カノン君のプライベートって全然知らないぜ。でもなんだか想像できる。カノン君のプライベートには多分何もない。図星でしょ？
Canon couldn't reply, but that was answer enough. He had no concept of a private life. So Canon would always be Canon. So furniture would always be furniture.
カノン君のカノンってさ、本名じゃないんでしょ？
In the Fukuin house, new graduates would be given new families and a new life, so they were also given a new name. In his case, that was Canon.
確かに僕のこの名は仮のものかもしれません。
Before, he had thought of himself as Canon and no one else. But he remembered, there definitely had been another self that wasn't Canon. But that was far, far away, beyond the distant fog of oblivion.
ならカノン君にもカノン君である時とそうでない時で違う自分がいてもいいはず。使用人である時のカノン君は自らを家具と呼び厳しく自己を戒めてるかもしれない。でもカノン君じゃない時の君はもっともっと自由に生きていいと思うんだ。
Those words definitely weren't just lip service. Jessica had also been like this in the past. She had cursed her own birth into an environment different from all of her friends at school. Only she had been in a heavily constricted environment, forced to learn all sorts of things. She had even been told whom she was and wasn't allowed to play with. It may have been sad, but she'd given up, resigning herself to the fact that she'd been born under that kind of star. But one day, Jessica stopped giving up and surrendering. Stuff like Ushinomiya family customs and pressure didn't matter. She created a real Jessica inside herself, one who could do what she really wanted to do.
私さ、学校ではジェシってあだ名で呼ばれてる。だからさ、ジェシであるときは自分に思い切り素直に生きてる。だからこそジェシカであるときも頑張れるんだ。カノン君にもカノンであるときとカノンじゃなくてその本名であるときで違う生き方をしてもいいんじゃないかな。カノンじゃないとき自分を好きになれる自分になってみてもいいんじゃないかな。
僕がカノンじゃないとき。
I mean, it is true, he's not a slave. He gets paid, he gets days off, so he should have, like, a private life. Like, even, I'm sure all the other servants do, except maybe Genji. He'd once thought of his real name as being completely meaningless. Because of that, he'd thought that Canon summed up everything about him. Now Jessica was telling him to create something new, another self that wasn't Canon.
カノン君、嫌じゃなきゃ教えてよ。本当の名前なんていうの？
He was silent for quite some time. Maybe Canon's real name had risen to the tip of his tongue. After hesitating for a long time over whether he should say it, in the end, he swallowed it back down.
忘れました。僕の名前などもうどうでもいいことです。
Those words contained a faint rejection.
僕が本当は何という名前であったとしても、今ここにカノンとしてあることだけが現実です。過去など何の関係もない。作られた家具の材料が元は何という木の幹であったかなんてどうでもいいことと同じです。
だからよせって。家具じゃないんだぞ。君は人間だぜ。
僕は人間じゃない。
Canon clearly voiced his refusal. It was with a rage that he normally didn't show. Jessica couldn't say anything back and was struck silent.
お嬢様は人間です。だからどんな生き方をしようとも自由で、どんな未来も可能性もある。それはまるで翼を持ち自在に空を舞う鳥のよう。でも 僕にはそんなものはないんです。僕がたとえ鳥に見えたとしても、アヒルに過ぎない。アヒルに翼はあっても飛ぶことはできない。なのに空の夢を語る、そんなのは残酷すぎる。
家具だのアヒルだの、なんだってんだよ一体。いや、
Jessica had unconsciously gone along with Kanon's forceful manner of speaking, but she realized that she shouldn't fire back and swallowed her words.
私は君のことを何も知らない。生い立ちも知らないし、その苦労も知らない。だから君がどうして自分を家具だなんて言い出すようになったのか想像もつかない。でも知って、君は家具でもアヒルでもない、ちゃんとした人間だぜ。使用人としてのカノン君が家具だと言うならそれでもいいよ。でもならカノン君は家具でない時の人間の時の自分を作ってもいいとは思わない？
そんな可能性を抱けるのはお嬢様が人間だからです。僕はそうじゃない。僕には未来も可能性も見るべき夢もない。だからお嬢様、それ以上残酷なことを言わないでください。
なんでだよ、なんでそんなことを言うんだよ。
お嬢様が僕のことをご自分と同じ人間だと勘違いなされているようだからです。僕とお嬢様は違う存在、それをはっきり申し上げておきたかったのです。シャノンに聞きました。お嬢様は僕のことをお気に入りになられているとか。
いや
僕は人間に限りなく近い姿をしています。だからシャノンのように自分を人間だと錯覚して一時恋愛の真似事をすることもできるかもしれない。でもそれは自分を騙しているに違いない。いえ、お嬢様を騙すことにもなるのです。シャノンとジョージ様も必ず破綻する。その日が訪れることをシャノンだって理解しているだろうに。バカなことを。
バカなってことはないだろ。そりゃジョージ兄さんは立派な人だし、両親の期待も背負ってる。確かに結婚とかになればエヴァおばさんが色々と口出しをしてくるだろうし、まあその前途は多難だと思うぜ。でもな、ジョージ兄さんはそんなのに屈する人じゃねえ。シャノンをジュリエットになんかしねえぜ。きっと幸せにしてくれる。
人は家具と恋などできない。お嬢様が家具を愛することができても僕にお嬢様を愛することができないと、そう申し上げたいので。
Those words of Kanon's crushed all of Jessica's bittersweet feelings from that day. There was no way her emotions could have predicted that she'd be refused so bluntly. In an instant, she lost the willpower that had led her to try and unravel something stubborn in Kanon's heart. Before she knew it, she was just standing there in shock.
お嬢様が僕を好かれているという気持ちが僕の思い上がりによるものならどうかお許しください。
いや、まあそこは否定しねえぜ。
ありがとうございます。
え？
僕を人間だと思ってありがとうございます。そのお気持ちだけで僕は本当に嬉しいです。そしてそれ以上は僕には残酷すぎるから。
十分だぜ。悪かったな。
Jessica recklessly scratched at her head and spoke, trying to force her voice to sound bright.
私一人がいろいろ先走っちゃ迷惑かけたよ。正直ごめん。貴重な休みを丸一日振り回しちゃって。本当にごめん。
いえ、僕も楽しそうなお嬢様が見られて嬉しかったです。
じゃあ今夜はこれで終わりにしようぜ。私も部屋に戻って消灯しないとまた母さんに怒られちまうよ。
そうされた方がよろしいでしょう。おやすみなさいませ、お嬢様。
おやすみ。
Canon saw Jessica trot away with her back to him, looking disheartened. Then she suddenly broke into a reckless dash and disappeared in the direction of the mansion. As he watched her back for just an instant, Canon was tormented by the feeling that he'd just made a huge mistake. He hadn't made a mistake at all. He'd been forced to refuse her now for her sake. The pain was still at its smallest.
女を泣かせるとは、なかなかやるではないか。お前がそこまで拒絶するとは意外であった。普通に受け答えしていれば、わらわの魔法で二組目の恋人たちが生まれていたものを。
Yeah, I'm starting to think that this really did happen before all this, and this is all real, and because like this recontextualizes everything that they've been saying before, so much. Like this makes a lot more sense when you like look at the way the characters have interacted in the past. I think that this did happen. So we're not in like another timeline or anything. This is just some scenes that happened before the rest of the game.
いつからそこに。最低なやつだな。
When he turned around, the witch was suddenly there. It looked like she'd been there the whole time, watching the two of them, as though enjoying a play.
わらわへの暴言は愉快なる見せ物に免じて特別に許す。男と女のこじれ合いに勝る見せ物は千年を経ても存在せぬな。わらわにとっては何よりも甘美な止められぬ快楽よ。
Canon pulled the butterfly brooch out of his pocket. It was the manifestation of the great magic the witch had bestowed. Without hesitation, Canon slammed it against the ground and stomped on it.
ほう、わらわの与えたものと知りつつ、それは何を意味するのか。
今、理解した。お前がしているのは恋のキューピッドなんて洒落たものじゃない。お前は結ばれぬ者たちに恋を見せてたぶらかして楽しんでいるだけの悪魔だ。
そう思うも自由よ。わらわが力を貸した人間の多くはお前と同じようなことを口にする。
ほうけるな。お前はシャノンを憐れんで力を貸したんじゃない。恋に胸を焦がすシャノンの心の隙をついて自分を封じていた鏡を割らせた。しかもそれだけじゃない。その末路まで想像がついていてもてあそんでいる。違うか。
I don't think he is wrong, but I don't know.
カーグとはつくづく哀れな存在よ。夢も未来も恋すらもないか。よいよい、身の程はわきまえるに限るぞ。 ジェシカの心にはお前が察する通り淡い恋心があった。そなたはそれにハサミを入れ刈り取ったつもりでいる。だが知っておるか、木は勝手に茂らせたものより枝を間引き剪定したものの方が太い枝をつけるというぞ。シャーノンとジョージもやがては結ばれ得ぬ恋に行き詰まり、わらわ好みの大きな果実を実らせるだろう。しかしいかんせんあの二人はうまくいきすぎていて面白くなくてな。そこへ行くとお前たちは大いにわらわを楽しませてくれそうだぞ。
The witch laughed. Even though she had known the two could never be together, she had lent magic to bring them together. However, they couldn't escape the fate that prevented them from ever being truly joined. The witch knew that, even if they were joined, Shannon and George, Canon and Jessica would eventually break up. They would wander through an endless desert in this hell of love, tormented by an eternal thirst.
わらわがその力を対価なく貸すことがあるとでも、恋に手は貸そう。その対価はやがて必ず訪れる二人への過酷な運命の鑑賞料としていただくわけよ。これに勝る見せ物は1000年経っても存在せぬ。金蔵を見るがいい。恋の味を知り楽園を追放された哀れな老いぼれの末路を、死んでも死にきれぬさながら亡者のような生き様を見るがいい。
やはりお前は魔女だ。消えて失せろ、この悪魔め。
頼まれずとも消えよう。まだまだわらわには力が戻らぬでな。姿を現し続けるのはまだまだ疲れることよ。そなたら恋人たちに力を授けるのに無理をしすぎたのでな。触媒のブローチなしで力を維持し続けるのは今のわらわには容易ではない。
Canon ground his foot even more into the stomped approach. Felt it break under his foot. Then it evaporated like water, changed into butterflies that sparkled gold, fluttering out from beneath Canon's foot.
わらわもこの姿を保ち続けるのがちと苦しい。しばしそなたの願い通り姿を消そう。満ちぬ潮も月もないように我が魔力も必ず満ちる。そして必ずや訪れよう。わらわがよみがえるにふさわしい時が。それが明日のことか来年のことか、さもなくば100年1000年未来のことかは想像もつかぬ。だがわらわを楽しませてくれる者たちがおる限り、わらわは必ずや力を得てよみがえるであろう。その時までしばし姿を消す。そなたの手のひらにもはやあざはなく、そなたが望むならば明日の朝にはわらわの存在など夢か幻のように消し去ることもできよう。忘れ去られることほどわらわに悲しいことだが、わらわは必ずよみがえる。そしてその日がいつ訪れても後悔することのないよう自らを戒めよ。わらわは必ずや再臨し、この島の真の主として全てを支配する。その時こそ再び黄金鏡の扉が開かれる。欲深な亡者たちが必ずやわらわを呼び覚ます。
くどい、早く消え去れ黄金の魔女。
The witch became a cloud of gold butterflies and scattered away, leaving behind a scornful laugh. The whole area sparkled like a gold blizzard in a snow globe. It was a fleeting, fantastical scene that disappeared in a heartbeat. The witch could no longer be seen. However, Canon felt like he could still hear that shrill, unpleasant laugh.
ああ、愉快愉快。なぜに久しぶりの人の世はこうも愉快なのか。恋に狂え、黄金に狂え。そのどちらにも狂わぬものなど人間にあらず。なるほど。故に家具とは言えたり。家具は人間に奉仕するために生み出される。そしてわらわは退屈なる千年の慰み者として人間を虐げる。そのわらわが家具を支配できぬとは、なんとも愉快な三すくみ。
It's kind of ironic that she only was able to, assuming like she's the one who killed him, she was only able to do anything to him once he abandoned his position as furniture and became a human, as he claimed to anyway.
金蔵め、実に面白いことをしてくれる。家具め、わらわを撃てるか試みてみるがいい。
I wonder if this is or if like the entire training of like orphans at the Fukuin house into servants, like turning them into like quote unquote furniture, was all Kinzo's idea, and it was all meant to make it harder for Beatrice to control people so that he could win in his bet later on or something.
今宵まきたる恋の種は2つ。すでにまきたる種と含めてこれで3つ。
ベアトリーチェ、なぜに私を一人この苦界に置き去りにしたのか。私は憎い。これほどまでに恋焦がれているのに応えようとせぬお前を永遠に憎む。
親方様、それ以上のお酒はお体に障ります。南條先生からもご注意を受けておられるのでは。
黙れ。お前には分からぬ。我が嘆きも苦しみも分からぬ。お前だけは我が苦しみを理解してくれていると、お前だけは我が最古の友人であると信じているのに、なぜに理解できないというのか。なぜ私だけを置き去りに。
なんだよ、家具って。わけわかんね
おお、おいたわしやジェシカ様。寝室から聞こえてくるすすり泣く声に、私は事情を知りつつもどうしようもないのでございます。すべては若すぎた二人と近すぎた距離、そして生まれた家柄が遠すぎたゆえの悲劇。私はただただお嬢様のお気持ちを汲み取り、足音を殺して静かに立ち去るのみなのでございます。
それって。
Alright, so we're gonna end it here. So until next time, take care. I'll see you then.